Ahoy there, me hearties! This be Captain Silverhook, and you're listening to the Two Old Pirates podcast. Set sail for an open sea of stories, tales, and some really crazy stuff. I expect you to like and subscribe, lest you be walking the plank. Ha ha ha!
Hello and welcome to podcast episode 150 of the Two Old Pirates. It's been a while since you've seen this face. I've been doing a lot of different things, putting up histories of Rockport and home videos from the past that you guys seem to really like. This is episode 150. If you would have told me in 2019 when we started this thing out that we would still be doing it going on 7 years and that we would have now 150 episodes, I would have said just a little bitty podcast. But we've got a good little following, and we've got a lot of loyal followers that really are interested every single time we post. So, that always makes it enjoyable that you guys have stuck around with us and stuff. So we're going to be talking about a missing persons case. Now, we've covered these in the past. People out of Ingleside, Aransas Pass, Corpus Christi, Rockport, you name it. So in 2019, there's a young man by the name of Bradley Brooks. And Bradley had worked out in the oil fields in Odessa, and he had been up in Dallas, and he was kind of a free-roaming kind of guy, And he had come back and lived in Corpus in the Flower Bluff area. And he was living out there and, spending his time, with his daughter. He has a daughter and, of course, fishing and stuff like that. And so one night, August of 2019, he had decided that he was going to go fishing at night. And evidently, he liked fishing later at night. There wasn't as many people out fishing and things like that. So he had stopped to get some bait, shrimp. And then he told his girlfriend at the time that he would be back later. That was the last time anybody saw Bradley that we know of. Now, everything that I talk about in this missing persons case is only information that's been provided by like Channel 3 or Channel 6, things like that. There's been, with every missing person, there's rumors and there's different stories and stuff. And we only report what has been released to the public. And so from what I have heard and read and studied on this case, he left the house around 10 p.m. It's kind of a dirt road, but it's not really meant for driving. And it says no cars past this spot, but he drove down there anyways. And it is off of NES Drive, and it's called Stingray Road, I believe. And basically, that's where he parked. Now, what happened was nobody saw him or heard from him. People in the family and friends tried to call him. Evidently, I believe the phone did ping at some point in time on the 19th, and that's the last time it's ever pinged. The phone went dead after that. The vehicle was found parked down in that little bitty area. It was locked, and the hood was up. Now, from what I've heard from different things, that evidently the battery had been bad on the car or had been going out. So everything is a guess about what happened with Bradley. What we know is that when he left the house, he had black shorts on and he had a maroon shirt. He was also wearing some Nike shoes. Bradley also had tattoos. He had one on his right forearm. He had one on his chest in a circular motion, and then he had some scars in the back of his head. So he had some very unique features that you could tell if it was Bradley or not. That's it. After 7 years, I've talked to people that are close to this story, and they said literally that's about it. Bradley was born June 28th, 1983. So he would be coming up on his 43rd birthday. He went missing when he was 36. So it's going on 7 years now. And from everything that I've been able to glean about Bradley, he was just a down-to-earth kind of guy, fun-loving. He had a teenage daughter. He was a son. He was a brother. He was a dad. And he was going to go fishing. And whatever happened that night, nobody has come forward with any true information. EquiSearch, which is a company that searches for missing people, they even came out and they did not find anything. Between the family, the police, the detectives, local people, it's as though Bradley walked off the face of the earth. Now, we've covered some other missing people. One missing in the daytime, one missing at night. Bradley at night. These are all the official things. Bradley was about 5'6", and he weighed between 160 to 170 pounds. He had brown eyes and brown hair. You'll see him in these pictures that I've put in this episode over and over and over, so you can get a really good view of him. But this is a short episode, and it's sad because that night, he had talked to people. I think they'd even grab something to eat, and then he said, "I'm going to run and get some bait." And then he came back and said, "Okay, I'm leaving," and that was it. Car was found, a couple days later with the hood up, like I said, and I don't know if they tested the battery to see if that's the cause of the hood being up or why the car was parked there. I'm sure the family, no matter the outcome, would like to have some kind of closure. And after 7 years, nobody has said or brought anything up. And so, his parents wonder where their son is. His daughter is 7 years older now. She's a young woman now. Siblings, where'd their brother go? If anybody has seen this person, Bradley Brooks, or has anybody heard over the last 7 years of something that may have happened to him, or somebody might have done something to him, or that you might have seen him in another city, whatever, share this to anyone and everyone. Let's get it to the people up in Odessa and the oil fields that he used to work with. Let's get it to Dallas, Texas, where he used to live. Let's get it all over the place. It's a short episode, but let's share so that maybe Bradley Brooks' family can have some type of closure. You always wish for the best, but a closure at all is better than nothing. And hanging every single day on the idea of what if, what could, what did, happen is just a tremendous sadness for any family. So, for the Two Old Pirates, I'm Eric. I hope that you enjoyed this short episode about Bradley Brooks, and let's bring some information home to his family. Peace.